Why are Christians so hateful? Why are Christians so hateful? I get this a lot um, from people. Christians, if they are really followers of Jesus, then why do they hate? Why do they hate, people who use drugs? Why do they hate people who have abortions? Why do they hate gay people? Why do they hate trans people? Why do they hate fill in the blank? Why are Christians so hateful? Why do Christians hate everybody who's not a Christian? Well, first of all, Christians don't. We don't hate. We don't hate people who are not Christians. Um, I say that's me speaking for myself. There may be Christians who are hateful and who hate other people because there is kind of a spectrum in Christianity. You got good Christians over here. That's me. You got bad Christians over here. That's everybody else, right? That's the thing. We have good Christians and bad Christians. We have people who are good people and bad people. We have this spectrum, this diversity, you might say. But why do Christians get accused of hating? Sometimes it's just because Christians get accused of hating. Sometimes it's because Christians do hate. They do hate. There are people, Christians, who preach hate and teach hate. Um, and even that, you have to think about that. Think about what it means to hate. There are some persons who say, "I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody." And I say to them, just wait. It won't be long until you do hate somebody or have a feelings of hatred in your heart. You could, you got some. If you work for some company and they rip you off, they steal your pension or cheat you. You're gonna walk away from that with some real hostility towards them. You're gonna have some hatred. And look, the Bible says that God is love. He is love, but that's not all God is. God is love, and God does love, and God also hates. He hates. What does God hate? He hates unrighteousness. He hates wickedness. He hates sin. And the Bible says in Psalms lots of times he hates those who do the sins. So it's not just arbitrary hatefulness. It's for cause. For cause. If I came to your home today and I walked into your home and I took a baseball bat and I used it on you, your wife, your husband, your kids, your grandma, I guarantee you're going to have hatred for me. Now, when I walk in the door, you say, "Hey, Terry's a nice guy." But then when I do something that changes the way you think about me, my actions, that's where the hate comes in. And this is kind of where the issue comes up with Christianity. Why do people say Christians hate? Because Christians, we say what God says. We try to. And basically what we say, when we're saying something is wrong or sinful, we're saying it's wrong or sinful because God says it's sinful. And people will say, "Well, it means you hate me. You hate me." We're not saying that we hate you. We hate what you're doing. We hate that you're doing sometimes the very thing that we do sometimes. We're not perfect in this. But the reason why people feel hated on by Christians is because when somebody says what you're doing is wrong, it offends you. I say it offends you, it offends me too. I don't like to be told that something that I'm doing is wrong. Sometimes people come to me and I say, "Hey, I'm doing something that I think is right," and they say, "You're doing it wrong." It's offensive. For instance, here in this pandemic thing, they've been saying to wear a mask, all the time. Go in the store, wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. I mean, I don't want to do it. And so people might say, "Oh, you have to wear a mask," and I don't want to do it. And they say, "No, you have to do it." And when they start telling me I have to do something that I don't want to do, I have animosity towards whoever's telling me that, towards the powers that be, whatever it is. So the hatred comes because I've been told I'm wrong. And in almost every case, the people who say Christians are so hateful, they say so because a Christian, a preacher, a teacher somewhere, a mother, a father, a brother or sister, some random stranger, has said to them, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is sinful. That's wrong. And that offends, and we feel hated on by it. My wife, sometimes I'll say things to her, and she may feel like that I hate her because I'm saying something to her, or she may say to me something negative, and I feel hated on. I feel dishonored because she's telling me I'm doing something wrong. Now the question is what I'm doing right or wrong? Is what I'm doing right or wrong? If it's wrong, then I need to, admit that it's wrong and stop doing it. If I'm right, then, it doesn't matter what you say. Which comes down to the question of authority, doesn't it? Of who gets to say what's right or what's wrong. Let me just end this video by saying this briefly. It's God's world. He has made it. He makes the rules. The rules for this world are in the Bible. And what I'm trying to do is talk to you guys about things from a biblical perspective. And hey, it's Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. And if you're able to go to church, I hope you can go. But there are tons of churches on the internet. I hope you'll find a good one to check out. And if you need some help with anything, I want to help you if I can. If you have questions, you want to tell me you hate me, then I'm so desperate for interaction. I would love to hear your negative comments. All right. Basham's Bulletin, BASHAMS BULLETIN @gmail.com, or you can call me 580-695-3461. Call me or text me. Take care.